Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? This is Rockland of Passport Kings, and like I was telling y'all, we was gonna go live today at 5 Central Standard Time. I changed the time so we can make sure that um that we still stay on time. But let me see if I can share this to a lot of people so we can get a little bit of an audience in here. All right, share with your subscribers. Let's say we are live now. Hey, what's up, caveman? What's up, Libra Legend? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining me today. Like I was saying on the post that I put up a little bit earlier, a lot of people were saying that the video that told the ins and outs of what could get your passport denied, the application denied, they said there was a lot of music in the background and they couldn't hardly hear it. I mean, I listened to it over and over again. It is a video from 2016, so I wasn't as skilled as I am now on making videos, but I looked at it over again, and it wasn't that bad. But I know a lot of people get on YouTube, and they rather, a complaint would drive them to type more than something that they enjoyed. So I'm not gonna sweat it that much. But I want to say, y'all, thanks for joining me today. So we're gonna try to make this real quick. I'm gonna just go over some of the things that could get your application denied. So let me see. It says financial and legal predicaments can stop you from traveling. Of course, y'all know that. And like I was saying at the end of that last video, if you got your money right, man, you can. What's up, Arian Drake? When you got your money right, you can pretty much get over any of these obstacles that they may be putting in your way. So, the best thing to do is just find a way to get some cake, man. You got cake up, as they say in battle rap, one of my favorite pastimes. But all right, so as y'all know, the delinquent child support can definitely screw you over. And remember that I'm saying delinquent because just because you're on child support, that does not mean that you can't get your passport. It just means that um, you would have to make sure that you're not delinquent. And I think the delinquency they say it's got to be about $2,500 or more. So if you're less than $2,500 in the hole, you should still be able to get it. Plus, and let me put my disclaimer here: I'm not legal help, so you still may need to go get legal help if you are going through one of these things. Um, so let me see what's good, fam. What's up, Malone? How you doing? Oh, Malone from the block. What's up, man? Chilling, man. But all right. We are talking about delinquent child support, and that could definitely stop you from getting your passport. So I would say don't even go sending it out if you know that you owe like $10,000 or something to the child support services, and they be sitting up there talking about, or you wait months waiting for it to come back, and then it comes back denied. So get yourself out of that hole. I don't care what you got to do a second job or some crap. I don't know. Do something so you can make sure that you're out of that child support hole. All right. So number two is going to be unpaid federal loans. Now, this is if the U.S. gives you money to come home, you have to pay it back before you can apply for a new passport. Now, when I say come home, that means if the man with the plan, 2,500 as of right now. In my last bit of research, 2,500 was the number that you have to be below in order to still get your passport. But now we talk. Number two is that unpaid federal loan, and now that's not like college loans or student loans or whatever loans they be giving you. Any of those loans. This loan is something that you would get if you were in another country visiting and you got yourself in some trouble, and then the U.S. government had to pay a loan or the U.S. government gives you a loan to get yourself out of that trouble and bring you back home to the United States. So if you never got in trouble in another country before, you don't have to worry about that. That's pretty rare that people are sitting up there. I mean, I know some people do go out there and be wilding out, but y'all gotta behave yourself when you're in another country because the laws is different. One of the best things you can do before you go to another country is just make sure that you are up on the laws that are in that land, so you make sure you don't get yourself in no trouble. Well, I never knew that was even possible. Yeah, that's possible. It's happened. It doesn't happen often, but it's happened. All right. So next we have. Well, I'm pretty sure no one's looking at this show that are minors, but for the record, if it's a minor that doesn't have both parents' permission, then they'll get their application denied. So of course, if you have a child and you want your child to go out of the country, you got to make sure that you get the other parents' permission. Y'all both got to. I mean, even if y'all separated or whatever, y'all both got to sign that permission slip to say that it's okay for this young lady or this young man to get their passport to get moving. So just make sure that you get both parents' permission, and then y'all be able to do that. One moment. All right, now even to just get a passport, yes, just to get one because I guess they figure you could be taking your kid and going somewhere without the other parent knowing, and that could be terrible. Not travel as yet. I'm not sure what that last comment meant, but you can type it in again, and I'll be able to of course answer that for you. All right, so next is if you are a threat to national security. Now that speaks for itself pretty much. Don't be a threat to national security, man. And I know there's a lot of just a lot of crazy things going on in the world right now. People shooting up schools and movie theaters and uh, just getting themselves into trouble, just being violent, pretty much. And don't be violent. And there's a lot of ways to get around being violent towards people. Um, you just got to be able to know how to work it out. If you're going through some mental issues, go get some help for that, man. And I know a lot of people in our community, we never go get help for our mental issues. But if you're having some, go seek professional help. I don't know how great they do, but I mean, and then a lot of times, I don't know. Like again, let me say, I am not medical. I don't have a medical license, so y'all could take my advice with a grain of salt. But it's just like a parent can't just up and leave and move to another state without informing the other parent. Yeah, same thing, Malone. And threat to national security. That one is within reason. Yeah, but I mean, but they all are within reason if you really think about it. What? Let me see. Financial. Well, that child support thing. I know that's just child support. Child support is created to put people into a very harsh position. I know they take people's driver's license, and that doesn't make any sense to me. If you're on child support and you don't have a driver's license, that's going to make it very hard for you to keep up the money that you need to keep to send it to this kid's parent. But that's neither here nor there, and that's not the topic for today. So, all right, if you're a threat to national security, I think we went over that. Now, if you ever had one of those bogus passports, you don't want to do that, man. I know, like, I have a couple of groups on Facebook, and there's always somebody that comes on. They seem like they're a pretty decent person, but then as soon as they get the ability to post, the first thing they do is say, "Hey, I got these passports that if anybody needs one, y'all just hit me up, and I'll be able to send your passport to any country." Let me see what you say. Oh, it's disappearing. They do that as a means to make it difficult for you to get employment or to go to work on time, so you can't pay. Yeah, I mean that's that child support thing. I don't understand the logic behind that. Um it seems like the goal would be to make sure that this parent is making as much money as possible, so they can always send that kid as much money as possible. But I don't know. I am not in that position to be making those decisions. All right, so yeah, like I was saying, if you ever are looking online and you see somebody talking about, oh yeah, I got passports, I got visas, I got all of these things, and they said the goal is all you got to do is send in your picture, we'll send you a passport. If it ain't going through the state or the government, don't mess with them dudes, man, because I mean there are programs that will expedite it, but they still have to send the information into the U.S. government in order to get your passport back. But if you ever talking to someone, usually with a bad accent, and they're telling you, "Oh yeah, we can get you your passport all quick, and it won't even have to go through the government," then that's a scam, and you don't want to get caught with that. And like I said, if you are to get one of those, and you try going through TSA with one of those, and you get caught out there, you'll be denied a passport in the future. So it's detrimental to you to make sure that you definitely don't get caught up in anything like that. Now, if you owe money to the IRS, I'm not sure. I need to do a little bit more research about that. But it says if you owe money to the IRS, that can get it denied. But I'm gonna assume that it has to be a whole lot of money that you owe to the IRS, because I don't see them really denying your application for that. But I'm not legal help. That's never made much sense to me either. Yeah, same thing. All right, so like I was saying in the first video that I made that had the music that they were saying was too loud. Money. Get your money, man. Work a second job just for a little while, just so you can have enough money to take care of that problem, so you can get your travel on, man. Because this world is waiting for you, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of informative times that you can have. It's a lot of great times that you can have outside of the U.S. And you'll learn a lot. You'll learn a lot about other cultures, but you'll also learn a lot about yourself as well. So, and you'll learn your tolerance levels. You'll learn just how to overcome situations that you might find yourself in. I highly recommend, as y'all can tell from this channel that I've had up for 3 years, I highly recommend travel. So definitely get your travel on and get somebody up so you can be able to take care of these things, man. All right, so now we have some questions from the audience that I just wanted to answer real quick. So the first one was, what if you have a felony drug case that's old and over? Can you still get your passport? And the answer to that is yes. Once you do everything that the judge tells you to do, you're not under the, what do they call it? You're not under shit. They just don't have jurisdiction over what you do and say anymore, because you're out of their permission. You see, yeah, bro, the system doesn't work in the favor. Yeah, it doesn't. But yeah, just do everything that the judge tell you to do. Pay your fines, pay the probation, pay the whatever. The video didn't Dubai, it expired. Well, I want to go there. Yeah, Dubai was great, man. Dubai was a good damn time. I mean, Dubai is overboard. It's overwhelming, first of all, because it's impossible. You need to be there for about 2 weeks before you're going to be able to see everything that Dubai has to offer. It's large. It's overwhelming. I mean, and I'm from New York City, and I've seen some big buildings before, and like just a lot of things going on in the city at once. But Dubai is like 5 times the size of Manhattan. It's just huge, man, and everybody's out there. Seems like they're having a good time. I know it's a religious culture, but they're not taking it that seriously out there. They're just letting the day go by. It's almost like as if it's, I wouldn't call it democracy, but just like as if it's no religion being recognized. And it's great, man. And I can't wait to get back out there, because I wanted to go to Abu Dhabi at least for like a couple of weeks, and come to find out it's only like 45 minutes away. All right, but I'm losing the point. Yep, you're very right, Gabe, man. For what's he say, that passport can, I believe, New York is pretty. Oh, well, yeah, yep. All right, so next, let me see. What was I talking about? Yeah, so once you take care of everything that the judge tells you to do, You don't have to worry about that felony drug charge anymore. You can still get your passport, even if you have a felony of anything. You can get a passport if you're done everything that the judge told you to do. All right. Okay. All right. So next, this person wrote, I was wondering if I can find out if you owe money to the IRS. Also, how do you know if you're a threat to Homeland Security? I would like to think they would have to prove that. Now, my answer to that person was, well, let me do that question over so it could make it a little bit more clearer. This person was saying, how, like, who does she have to call? He or she have to call to see if they owe money to the IRS. And I guess the answer to that is the IRS. And how do you know if you're a threat to Homeland Security? All right, now if you're a threat, they will make it very clear to you when they start to consider you a threat. I know some people will say they walk up in the airport first and they're just going through normally, and then next thing you know, they're being told that they can't come through because they are a threat. And you really have to do something that's going to make a lot of noise in the government. I know the girl, the comedian, it was this chick. She made a picture of Donald Trump and she cut his head off on the front of a just a picture she put up on social media. She's like, after that, I guess the government considered her a threat from then on. I mean, everybody with common sense know that she wasn't a threat. She was just trying to be provocative or trying to cause a lot of controversy by doing that. But maybe the FBI just did it as a grudge. It's like, oh yeah, you want to play around? Let's play. And she said it is impossible for her to get on planes right now. Every time she goes to an airport, it's like they see her name pop up on some list and alarms and everything start going off on her. So yeah, you just can't play around. Like I said, they'll let you know. If you're a threat, they'll let you know. And I would think they would have to prove that. Well, I mean, I don't think that they would have to prove that. They don't have to prove that you're a threat. The word threat means that you could do something. It don't mean that you have done something. So that takes care of that. Next question. We are almost done. It says, I have nothing like that, but I do have bad credit. Does that affect me? And I would say no, it shouldn't affect you. You should be fine. But I mean, like I said, it depends on who you owe. If you owe the government, it's a different deal than if you just owe, I don't know, your rent company that you didn't pay or your car note that you got impounded or whatever, and that's making you have a bad credit report. You should be fine because they don't go through all of that. That's not official stuff. Okay, next. My mom is constantly denied getting her passport, yet she's been living here for 40 plus years, paying taxes, voted, and served jury duty. She was born in Vietnam. Yes, she has her birth certificate, and came to the U.S. when she was 7, and her dad fought in the U.S. in the Vietnam War. Oh, he fought for the U.S. in the Vietnam War. Long story short, is she being denied because she was born outside the U.S.? That's a very particular case. And I'd be lying, act like I knew the ins and outs of something like that. So what I would suggest is that you call the Department of Homeland Security and see if they are holding anything on you. Then you call the passport, uh, the place that you're going to get your passport from. You call there, and you just ask them what's going on. Is that the reason why it's affecting me? Is there anything that we can do to get this rectified so we can get this woman, her passport? And they'll come up with something. Chances are they'll say, "Oh yeah, well, here it is, no problem." Or they'll figure out some way to say that she owes some money, and then you pay them the money, and then they'll this. Yeah, y'all heard what I said on the last version of this show. It's all about money, man. All right. Next to the last question, I got interviewed and took a lie detector test by police once. Someone falsely accused me of rape. I never got arrested, nor I never went to court. Can I still get a passport? P.S. My case got rejected, and I never went to court, nor I never got arrested. Yeah, you should be fine. I mean, hurry up before. Yeah, you'll be fine. You said how long ago you said it was? Oh, you didn't say, but you will be absolutely fine because there shouldn't even be no criminal record on you. I mean, even if you were like going to, like, if you were applying for a job or something, and someone sends out something to get your criminal history, you shouldn't even have a criminal history for that. So just make sure you stay out of those type of situations because they're sticky, 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 sticky. All right. Last question. Can you get a passport if you are convicted felon 6 times for drug sales? Now off parole for 3 years. According to I guess the law, you should be able to get your passport as long as you did everything that the judge told you to do. They probably give you a lot harder of a time because it seems like you just want to keep getting yourself in trouble. Convicted felon 6 times for drug sales. And I would like, I mean, I wish you were here. I could ask you how many times in between those arrests, how much time passed in between each one of those 6 arrests? Because if it's less than 3 years, then they're probably thinking you'll probably be back up in trouble again before your parole. Oh no, you said you're off parole now. So they didn't give you much of a hard time. Maybe the drug sales wasn't that big. So yeah. Moral of the story, y'all: stay out of trouble. Have money to pay the government, and you should be fine getting your passport, man. So, if anybody got any questions right here in the audience, I am definitely here to answer them. I mean, even if you have questions about a different subject, I'm here to answer it. Um, I know we have already done 22 minutes, so y'all let me know if y'all need anything. Um, Other than that, y'all see Passport Kings t-shirts. Y'all make sure y'all go get those. What's the next vacation destination and why? I think that we are going to Jamaica next. And why? It's because I actually never been in Jamaica and I want to go. And people say it's nice, people say it's Asian, but that's fine with me. And I wouldn't mind going. Um, how much does it cost to get your passport? Right now, I think it's about $130. You'll be able to get your passport. I mean, that's in Georgia. I don't know what city you're in or if they have different prices in different states. All right, I think I saw one more question. What about student loans? They ain't gonna sweat you about student loans. You'll be all right. Just, I mean, try to pay them off as soon as you can, but they ain't gonna sweat you about that. And oh, like I was saying, passportkings.com. Go get your Passport Kings t-shirts. A lot have been selling lately, and I'm really thankful to the people that have been buying my shirts. Make sure y'all go check that out. Also, y'all can definitely get that course that I've been promoting called uh, uh, Daddy Dobson is here. How you doing, Mr. Daddy Dobson? It says hello. All right. I started a travel channel, Travel with Ralph. I am in Atlanta as well. Well, that's cool to hear. Travel with Ralph. I'll look this up as soon as I get off of here. And you need to do a group travel experience. Yeah, I'm working on it, man. I am working on it. I did put one of those together before. The turnout just wasn't that great. So I know this time when I put it together, I just have to do a lot more promotion. What's up, buddy? Ed, what's up? And can we go to Cuba or no? Yeah, Cuba's still fine. I know they said Donald Trump was meddling with something about the entry and everything about Cuba, but as far as I know, it's still you're still able to get there. You were missing last night. Yep. I'm trying to get in a passport, a birthday present to myself this year. Yeah, go for it, man. A lot of people are putting a lot of extras on passports. They are not as complicated to get as a lot of people make it out to be. Just that's it's like I made it very dramatic on the first video about passports, but it's like you're a step into manhood, man. To be able to come out of this country and experience new things, you want to take a trip to North Korea. It's pretty interesting. I know that there's a horrible story about a guy who went to North Korea and he thought that he was going to just be following his own rules, and he took one of the posters down off the wall, and he got caught doing it because it's a really high crime to be defacing their property out there. So he got locked up. That was the last time his parents heard from him. Well, after that, he went to court. They told him, they gave him some old numbers that he couldn't do. It was like 40, 50 years or something like that. I mean, the North Koreans were trying to make an example out of him. So, I don't know. I think it was about 3 years later. They said, okay, we're going to send your kid home. Come to find out the dude was a vegetable. And I don't know what they did to him, but it wasn't pretty, man. So he died a couple of months later. So that's why I would probably stay my ass out of North Korea. I mean, and I don't know. I mean, usually I always respect the customs when I'm in a place, but I just don't even want to be around that type of thing. All right. Only 5% of Black Americans have a passport, so I don't know why we ain't getting more. A lot of Black people just not interested in traveling. I've come to find out. You only have $200 should you travel. No, you shouldn't. You should stay home. Somebody's being silly. Rohan Munson. I truly appreciate the super chat. Thanks a lot, man. All right, let me see. I'm scared of North Korea. Videos I see of people trying to get out of North Korea. You're very bold, Daddy Dots. And that's Daddy Dots is a friend of mine, and he ain't going to no damn North Korea, but I guess he's just giving me a hard time right now. Yeah, but out of all the places in the world, I think that's the main place that I don't want to go. There's some other places I don't want to go. I put up a post the other day about Australia because they keep finding all of these like large animals, like big snakes and stuff under the office desk, and iguanas, and some kangaroo jumped out the woods and knocked the girl over that was riding her bike. So I do a lot of adventuring with the animals, as y'all can probably see from my pictures, but Australia look like you be walking down the street and get attacked by a crocodile or something. So I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, Sydney looks nice, so I'll probably go stay there for like maybe a couple of days, a little less than a week. That's my majority of the time when I go places, I like to be there just a little less than a week because by that time I've seen it all and done it all. But unlike Dubai is just over the top with everything. Let me see if there's any more questions. It's y'all show. They want to stay there. So, all right. We have to work together to leverage our resources. Absolutely. Black Panther is the best example of what happens when we work together. I mean, I know that's Daddy Dawson, thanks for the $5. I know that is a white-owned movie, as they say, but it just shows the power that we have when we all put our money together. We can do anything in this world, man. All right, Australia got too many. Yeah, that's the reason, Arian Drake. That's the reason why I'm just not too excited about getting to Australia. Yeah, and the other thing I was saying about us putting our money together, and we this is the thing about Dubai that really bothered me, and I don't know if it's, and I know some other people have been talking about it, but like somewhere right in the center of Africa needs to be the African version of Dubai, just a big outlandish, over the top city that just draws people from all the other countries in Africa, and just says, yo, Laos and Myanmar. a nice, and I'm sure, and I know that there's a whole lot of very nice countries in Africa, but we need something that is just like, oh, and just a beacon of hope for Black people. I would say for Black people all over the world, just to say, you know what, that's our spot right there. Thanks again for the hookup, Daddy Dobson, my buddy. Now I'll go buy some beers later. Thank you. But yeah, we just need a beacon of Black hope. Send my buddy money. Yeah, that would be nice, y'all. But but I ain't tripping, man. All right, so next we are. I think we're about wrapped up, man. I done went over everything that I wanted to go over. Like I said, if y'all got any more questions, let me know. It is 30 minutes in, and I'm about to bounce. Bounce. Come on. Anything? Nope. All right, so let me go out with a bang. Peace, carry caveman crazed. Peace, and thanks for always supporting my videos. I don't know why you be up in the middle of the night when I post them videos, but you always seem to be there. Dubai for Black people. There's a lot of Black people in Dubai. A lot of them were from Africa, but like I said on the video, I met this guy he was from New York City. I forgot what borough he was from, but he said he's been living in Dubai for a long time, and he enjoys it very much. So, telling him about the women we've met in other countries. Hopefully, that would I know that seems like the motivating factor for everyone, all my brothers, to travel, and it's icing on the cake. But let's not make women the entire cake. That's all I say about that. And my music. I was motivated in 1985 when my dad came back from Brazil. I know. And Brazil is a very motivating place for people to get their passports together and start traveling. So that's always a good thing. I'm looking to do a trip to Africa. What are some of the best countries to visit? As far as I know, Ghana, it seems to be the country that everyone recommends. I've been to South Africa. That's a beautiful country. And what else do people talk about? Ethiopia. And they talk about Morocco. I know a lot of people are going to Morocco. And the Moroccan people, from what I heard, they get a bad rep. I don't know if it's deserving or not, but a lot of them try to say that they're not actually Africans. I ain't gonna put everybody into one thing, but I know some Moroccan people have said that, and it's like, if you're on the continent of Africa, you are in Africa, and that's it. But everybody might not say the same thing, so I need to get out there and talk to the people for a little while, see what they're talking about. Rohan Damanson, thanks so much, man. Thanks for the super chat. These Black folks need to make plans to leave this matrix. Yeah. America it's a free country, but it's only free for certain people. If you could get killed and nobody goes to jail for it, you're not in a free country, man. But I know that can happen anywhere, but it's like they're making sure everyone knows that. I ain't gonna get too political, and that's not even political. That's life and death, and I hate when people talk about that subject and try to make it seem like it's just a difference of opinion. No, this is a life and death situation, and as far as we were ever told, if something goes wrong, if you are physically harmed, somebody should be able to pay for it through our judicial system, and these people are getting murdered right on camera, and nobody's going to jail for it. And that pisses me off. But would you fare better in other countries? A lot of people say yes. My opinion, I haven't. I would say I haven't been in another country long enough to assess that because I mean it took me a while in America to realize that America was a one sided, not so great place to be. So it depends. I guess you got to live there long enough, and then you'll know. All right, if you go to Iraq, wouldn't recommend going to Baiji, Kuwait. It's like a mini Dubai. Really, Kuwait is? I don't know. Iraq. And that's another place that got a super bad rep. So I don't know. I mean, it never has been high on my I need to travel to list. But and I'm sure it had everything to do with that grudge match that the Hussein family and the Bush family had going on. I found you recently while investigating moving to Atlanta. Very glad I found your channel. Oh man, thanks a lot, yo. Thanks a lot. And I've been living in Atlanta for almost 12 years now, and I don't regret it one bit. uh, New York's cool. New York is the epicenter of fashion, culture, flashiness, just forward thinking. But sometimes you need to. Sometimes you don't want to get ticketed for parking in your car on one side of the road. It's just stupid stuff that New York has going on. Y'all want to talk about a place that nickels and dimes you for everything. New York City is the most nickeling and diming and it's place. New word for y'all. It's place that has ever been created. And I don't know, maybe I would learn different if I went to other different states, but I know Georgia doesn't do it to you. Georgia will put you in a lot of trouble if you sit up there and do the same things that you was doing in New York. I know a lot of people used to smoke weed in the hallway when I was in New York. And if you do something like that out here, well, I don't really have a hallway now, but if you do something like that, you gonna get the damn near electric chair out here. All right. Baltimore has gone crazy since Freddie Gray. So many murders. I'm getting out. Yeah, Baltimore has always had a pretty bad rep, though. I know it was some comedian that said the TV show The Wire wasn't scripted at all. It was actually a documentary, and it wasn't no scripts. It was just somebody went walking around Baltimore with a video camera. I mean, Chicago has definitely taken the reins from Baltimore as being the place that you just don't want to go. I mean, don't want to live as a black person, but I've been to both, and as far as I could tell, I mean, I wasn't living in some old situation that I'm sure a lot of those people find themselves in, but it's everything's blown out of proportion about how terrible people are. People ain't that terrible. And then if you go to any block, any little hood or whatever you want to call it, there'd be about what one crew of people that are just menaces, and they're about let's see, about 10 or 11 of them, they always getting themselves into trouble. But on that same block, you'll find a whole bunch of like church ladies and people that take care of the community, little school teachers and things like that. So the good parts of that community will never get as much shine as the bad part. I guess it's the same thing like I said on YouTube, where if you have a negative comment to share, you're more motivated to type it instead of if you have a positive comment to share. What's up, Martin May? How you doing, man? All right, best country in Dubai. What did that say? Best country is Dubai. No, what's the best country for dual citizenship passport kings? Dual citizenship? I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Arian, what exactly what motivates you to travel? I would ask you that, and then that would tell me the answer to that question. All right, y'all. So, like I said, I'll wait for the answer to that question from Arian, and then I am about to get up on out of here. I've been doing this for 40 minutes, which is a record for me. Let's get some hot beach. And again, I make all the beats that y'all hear in the background of my video. So YouTube, I'll be taking a trip to El Salvador. So any tips? YouTube, I'll be taking a trip to El Salvador soon. Any tips? Oh, speaking of YouTube, I know that wasn't your question, but when y'all dudes do super chat, I come to find out that YouTube is taking almost half of the amount of money that people send. So I would much rather prefer, instead of you sending me a super chat, go buy one of the Passport King shirts. I mean, obviously you want to support me by sending me a super chat, so just buy a Passport King shirt. That way you'll get something in return. I'll get full of what I was expecting, and we are all happy instead of YouTube sitting up there taking half the damn money and they ain't do nothing. I mean, they do supply a server and a platform for people like me to talk, but I don't know. I feel like it's a whole lot better for you to. It's a whole lot better for both of us if you just get a Passport King shirt. Then, by the way, wear that joint somewhere, and when you go out of the country or when you go on to travel anywhere, wear that joint. Take pictures of yourself and send it to me on Instagram, and don't even send it to me. Just hashtag Passport Kings on the picture, and I would definitely post it on my Instagram for you. So, thanks a lot, y'all. I would prefer that. Now, if you think that you have a lot of issues with your passport, so you're not even bothering to go sign up for it, don't do that. Don't do that. Make sure that you go do what you need to do for it, like a king, a Passport King. Peace. Oh, that's the old drink.